about your line play?
I thought they played hard. That was the thing, and then we were productive, obviously. But it was first game, so we had some first game things that we got to clean up, but I was pleased with the effort.
Coach Mullen talked today about there's so little that can carry it over tactically from the first game to this next game, different styles of play. How does that affect your unit primarily?
Wipe, just the same as it does going any other week from the next week. You just kind of wipe the slate clean, say, okay, here's what we got, here's what we have to attack, and this is how we're going to attack it. And, they put the same energy into learning it as they did last week, we'll be fine.
What have you seen from Louisiana Tech so far?
They are a wide open, explosive offense. Really skilled. Up front, completely different than what we saw last week. The stature of their guys, they're big. They're as big as any SEC line we're going to play. And then doing what they do, obviously, the premium of us being more sound than we were last week, I actually found fundamentally is going to be important.
Got a big game out of Fletcher this past week. Is that just a difference of light coming on for a sophomore as opposed to a redshirt freshman?
Yeah, I think it was, and I think Coach Grantham did a great job of putting a plan together that really emphasized the explosiveness of those guys. I think all of our ends did a nice job of production last week. Montez wasn't in the stats, but you watched the film. He was all over the field, involved in a lot of plays, and I think that was just the style of the game plan that we had in against that offense. But I think Fletcher has changed. Fletcher's a completely different dude than he was last year.
Coach Grantham, the proudest point he had was not the statistics, but that they were only able to run 47 plays in the game, got a lot of 3-and-outs, just got them off the field quickly. Is that what you saw in that game?
Well, again, it was because of the effort. I thought our defense played really, really hard, really, really physical, really, really aggressive, and that's the same thing we've been preaching. That's really the only thing we've been preaching since day one, playing fast, physical, and aggressive, and I think our defense did that. And in the game, I thought, because guys feed off of what they did in previous games and previous experiences, and I think that really kind of said, hey, when we play this way, we can do some special things. And that was the thing. We should have beaten last week's team. Mm-hmm. We were a better football team than that team, but the effort, the attention to applying the game plan, and then the attention to detail, because like you said, it was an offense like we haven't seen before, certainly quite a bit different than our offense. So being able to switch the gears and play against that style of offense and do it the way we did it, I was proud of.
How much could a game like that do for this defense's confidence, especially after taking into account what happened last year?
Well, last year was last year, so I don't think that factors in one way or another. I think that experience proved to our guys, hey, when we really focus in on the details of the game plan and play, again, fast, physical, and aggressive. I know it sounds like a mantra, but it really is. And I think that was really evident when you looked at the tape. So I think that's the thing that where our guys were able to feed off of, and I expect us to play that same way this week.
What do you see from the second team unit, especially behind Jeffrey Simmons?
Well, the results speak for themselves. Really the second group was the group that got 2 safeties. Trey Brown was at nose and made a heck of a play, in the safety where, Fletch knocked the tackle back and Trey, drove the center. Because really the guy never got tackled by us. He got tackled by their offensive line because they got knocked back, and Trey was a big part of that play. So, to answer your question, there really wasn't a step back at all. We just rolled the guys and production occurred, and, I was really pleased with the second unit.
You told me in the preseason that having versatile guys like Montez and Marquise can be really key. How much more key was that with Chauncey not being able to play?
Well, in the back of our minds, obviously we were always preparing for that possibility. And going into last week's preparation, we prepared for that. And Chauncey took very few reps last week preparing for the game. So, the unit that played for us on Saturday is a unit that prepared to play that game.